going on to you, Cancer? So you have the King of Pentacles, Four of Wands, the Lovers, the Magician, King of Wands, excuse me, Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Two of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and the Empress. So for you, Cancers, you had someone, you may have even met someone, but they weren't really trying to give you anything that you wanted. They started out immediately playing games and you saw right through it. They were acting like them showing you any kind of affection was a big deal for them to do. And a lot of you Cancer crabs was able to see right through that. And a lot of you Cancer crabs was like, nah, that's a dub. Nope. Like I said before, they're not bright. People who like to play games are not bright. They're not. They're not. They're really not. They like to make it seem as if they're doing something new. But there's only 101 games ever being played. And that's more than likely all there is going to be, 101 games. And they're all old. You just need to understand them. And you Cancer crabs knew that these people that you just met wasn't really good for you. So the Lovers represents, they may have even came in and said that they love you a little bit too much. I've heard that before. I've heard, I've seen it before in my own personal life. And I've heard you subscribers, you Cancer crab subscribers come to me and tell me that you are getting to know somebody, just getting to know them so far because it's new. And then they coming to you and telling you that they love you and they feel something for you and that they want you around. And it seems like they were moving very fast. And then now all of a sudden it's like they slowed down out of nowhere. And then now they're giving you the cold shoulder. They're not calling you. I've heard that. I've heard that before. And it just pretty much reigns true or it rings home even more. So the Magician now represents, so you Cancer crabs need to understand what that means. What it means is, excuse me, what it means is that those people, they had a, see what love bombing is about them being super into you at first. Not necessarily because they're trying to do that, but because all the time at least, but because sometimes they really do mean it in the heat of the moment. But then their ego gets in the way and they try to recuperate themselves, right? Because their ego starts talking to them like, what are you doing? Why is it that you saying that you love the person already and you don't even know them? You need to pull back before you end up getting hurt, before this person ends up having you wrapped around their finger. So now the person in their head, because their ego is in their ear talking to them, the person goes, okay, fine. I'll listen to what it is that you have to say. I'll chill out. And that's where the cold shoulder and stuff like this comes from. Sometimes. Now, sometimes they know that they're lying to you, but they're doing it intentionally to get you to be compromised. It depends. But the Magician represents, a lot of you Cancer crabs are really showing your craftiness, and you're really showing how experienced you are in this, because these readings help you out to catch you up to speed. Yes, part of it was your common sense. Yes, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, but also part of it was these readings too, for me to help you break down what the games look like. So the King of Wands is about how, and you're so prepared for this because a lot of you've seen these games being played on you before. How people will come in and tell you that they love you. How, people sometimes there for you, but not really. How it is that, you have to do certain things. Even when people told you that they would be there. They're not there 75% of the times. Maybe even 80 to 90% of the times. But you give them excuses the few times that they are there. So the Seven of Pentacles now represents, so as a result, what? The Seven of Pentacles is about how you happen to be in a situation now where you really because you understand that people are playing games. You understand that people will cherry pick you, play games, waste your time, right? And Eight of Swords, a lot of you Cancer crabs don't want your time being wasted because there's no point. What's the point of wasting y'all time? It'll get you upset. We definitely don't want to see the Cancer crabs upset. We don't want that. And, you know, that's a shame. So the Two of Cups now represents how it is that a lot of you Cancer crabs, you want someone that you could trust. But again, just like so many other people, and y'all think that it's only you, the majority of the world sees the games that people play. The 90%. You Cancer crabs are not alone. The 90% in general on the planet sees the games that people are playing. This is why so many people are stepping out of the dating pool. Is because so many people want trophies. They're trying to embarrass the people that are real, and only have the weirdos, only have the people who try to flash their jewelry and look cool and try to look for a trophy, and then the other trophy, they gotta have the best body, the prettiest face. They doing this, they doing that, they doing. A lot of people seeing that there's not a lot of room for real people trying to date, trying to get to know people. A lot of people out here playing games. A lot of people out here trying to intentionally get at people or whatnot because of the jealousy and the envy. So it's not just you. So the thing is that the Eight of Pentacles now represents, and this is why it is that a lot of you Cancer crabs need to understand to not take it personally. Because all you did was just pass another test. Keep moving forward. Keep getting to know other people. The Empress. And don't worry about it. Don't trip out about it. Don't get upset about it. It is what it is. The whole point is you didn't allow this person to get close enough to you in your life to mean something so that now all of a sudden they can start playing games. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Two of Cups. The Devil, which is Capricorn, which is your opposite sign. The Hierophant, the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Wands, right? The Devil, the Hierophant, look at it. You Cancer crabs can handle this different ways. You Cancer crabs can either try to get them back, people who try to play you, or you can decide to leave them alone and move on. It's up to you. Either way. The Seven of Wands, the Knight of Wands, because ultimately the point is being in a relationship is going to take some work, regardless of whether you Cancer crabs are great people or if you're not. It's still going to require work. The delusional people who play games, they're behind the 8 ball in the sense of they're caught up in a time loop. They still think on some real stuff. I'm telling you, they still think this is 1950s. Playing games is cool. They still think this is the 80s. You want to know how I know for a fact? Can show it, prove it to you? Because you ever notice how no matter what situation, let's clarify the Empress. You Cancer crabs, notice no matter what situation happens, people who like to play games always seem to not be aware of their surroundings because they're delusional. These are people who are unaware. So to clarify the Empress, we have the Two of Wands, Queen of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, right? You will meet new people in the future. Guaranteed. The Six of Pentacles, some of those people will want to give back. Knight of Pentacles, but you won't meet those people unless you continue to move forward, you continue to date. You don't take any of the stuff that people try to do to you on your way to those good people personally.